Hi there, my name is Lisa, and I'm excited that you've got one of my herbal blends in your hands. I have been brewing up the tea form of these herbal formulas for several years, but now it's time to get you these blends in their dried herb form so that you can make your own tea whenever you need to. This will come in handy not only for emergencies, but for whenever you don't happen to have my liquid elixirs on hand and would like to get this goodness in you right away. So I put some general instructions on the label, but this video is just to help you understand how to make a nutritional tea and how to properly store it so that it lasts a little bit longer. Traditionally, when you make some tea, you have a small tea bag. You put it in a cup and pour hot water over it, and then you let it steep for a few minutes before you drink it. Because my herbal blend pouches have a bit more herbs in them than your usual tiny tea bags, you're going to want to use a lot more water when making the tea. So this is for a bigger batch and should fill around 3 to 4 16-ounce bottles, depending on how much water you decide to use. One of the reasons I'm giving you this option, in addition to taking my liquid herbal formulas, is because several of you who have purchased elixir bottles from me have been wondering what to do with your empty glass bottles. So if you happen to have those nice glass bottles, go ahead and wash and sanitize them properly and save them so that whenever you want to make your own tea from my dried herbal blends, you will have some clean glass bottles to put your extra tea in so that it can last several days. So when you're ready to make your tea, I'm going to encourage you to pre-soak your herbs for a few hours first before heating them. Now, if someone is really sick and you want to get this tea in them right away, go ahead and skip this step if you really need to. But if you have the time, I'm going to encourage you to soak them first, even if it's just for an hour. Okay, are you ready? Go ahead and open your packet and dump the herbs into a bowl and pour about 8 cups of clean, cool water over the top of the herbs. And then press the herbs down into the water to start the cold infusion process. The reason why this would be a good step before simmering the herbs on the stove is that when you soak the herbs beforehand, the water softens the cell walls of each herb and allows the healing properties like the enzymes, the vitamins, the volatile oils, the minerals, and the mucilaginous components to be released into the water more gently at first. As you know, dried herbs swell and rehydrate when you soak them in water, so when they are later heated, the water can penetrate the herb more thoroughly and you'll get a more complete extraction of the minerals and other nutrients. And of course, soaking is especially beneficial when you're working with those dense and more fibrous roots, barks, and even berries and stems. So soaking them beforehand can really help you get more out of your herbs. Okay, so after you've soaked your herbs for 2 to 8 or 10 hours or so, go ahead and dump the herbs and water into a pot on the stove and bring it to a low boil. Then go ahead and reduce the heat to allow the herbs to lightly simmer for about 30 minutes or so. If you are wanting to make a little bit more of a concentrated decoction, allow your herbs to simmer a little bit longer. And you can watch your water line go down a bit, and that will give you a slightly more concentrated tea. After that, go ahead and turn off the heat and allow the herbs to steep for about 15 more minutes. Next step is to strain the liquid from the herbs. One of the ways you can do this is to put a strainer over a bowl or large measuring cup, put the lid over your pot to keep the herbs from falling out, and pour the tea through the strainer into your bowl or measuring cup. Get as much of the liquid out as you can, and then, while the tea is warm, if you want, you can add some raw honey, some lemon juice, whatever else you'd like. You can drink some of the tea right away, and then pour the rest into your clean glass bottles. Make sure the lids are on tight, and then stick the bottles in the fridge to cool them down. If you want, you can throw those remaining herbs into your compost pile to add some healthy nutrients to your soil. And there you have it. If you haven't tried my herbal elixirs yet, they not only have these herbal blends in them, but they also have raw apple cider vinegar, raw honey, ginger juice, lemon juice, vegetable glycerin, black cherry juice, etc. Some of these ingredients help naturally preserve the tea and help it last longer, as well as provide additional nutrition. My bottled elixirs can last a lot longer unopened because of some of these extra ingredients, and especially because they also have lids that can more properly seal. So I highly recommend you try my liquid formulas, save the bottles when you're done drinking them, and make sure you keep these dried herbal blends on hand. Others, as well as myself, of course, have taken these herbal teas daily to help strengthen the body in a lot of different ways, to provide nutrition, and to support prevention. Many have also taken them when they are starting to feel sick and have had wonderful results. So I highly recommend you try them. It's really important to be wise with your health. I encourage you to be intuitive, to learn about these herbs, and if you feel the need, counsel with a wise health professional. You can find on my website not only a list of the herbs and ingredients in each of my formulas, but a brief list of some of the known benefits of each of these ingredients. I highly recommend you read through them so that you have a better understanding of what these herbs and foods are known to be good for, so that it will not only be more educational, but more motivating for you to take care of your body in natural ways. If you have any questions or want to place an order, feel free to reach out to me by email. I'd love to hear from you. Here's to your health.